Hello, doctor. Today I want to draw your attention to something. As you're preparing for your QE1, so many things are crossing your mind. Question banks, which book to study, how do I study with the objectives? Assuming you have all your ducks in a row, right? There's something I also want you to start incorporating into your study plan, your study strategy, your exam preparation strategy, which I think is very critical. And what do I mean by that? I am talking about the importance of putting yourself in exam situations. What do I mean by that? What I mean is the importance of taking mock exams for the MCCQE1. Why am I bringing this up? Because while I was preparing for my QE1 and on my journey to becoming a doctor in Canada, I had study groups. I studied from books, I focused on the objectives. However, what I've realized is helping to separate, very good candidates from average candidates is very good candidates are also putting themselves in exam situations by taking multiple MCCQ1 mocks, which then goes on to help them in the exam preparation. So, the MCQ1 itself is a very structured, very comprehensive exam. And I always tell my candidates, right? It's a very deep, broad exam, which covers a variety of topics, and all of them have been outlined in the MCQ1 objective. But when you start taking mock exams, it does something interesting for you. Mocks stimulate your attention so that the things you've learned on your own or during group studies, can be brought to bear. At the same time, mock simulates the exam environment, okay? And it helps candidates to familiarize themselves with the format of the exam and the timing, especially because one thing which has come up over and over and over and over again is, a lot of candidates might have learned very well, but they might not have put themselves under mock exam situations, and so knowing how long the MCQ1 goes, they become very fatigued. They become very fatigued. Now, I want to give you the example of a marathon runner. Marathon runners don't just get up on the day of the competition and excel. No, they have practice upon practice upon practice. At times they practice at higher altitude where oxygen level is limited, so that when they come to the ground, they are really, really prepared for it. And that is what I want to draw your attention to. Why should you also do mocks in your preparation? It reduces anxiety. Doing mocks reduces anxiety of the exam, and it helps you so that you're not surprised by anything in terms of timing, in terms of fatigue, because if you've gone through it over and over and over again, you are good. Okay, so one thing I want to do for you right now is to give you 6 critical reasons why it would be good to incorporate mocks into your exam preparation. And the first thing is for you to identify your knowledge gaps. Identifying your knowledge gaps. Mocks highlight areas where further study is needed, and it allows you to focus your revision on those weak points. Because I always tell candidates the exam is based on objectives. So if you're going into the exam, expect questions from the objectives. Now, assuming you've taken mocks which cover these objectives, and then you realize that a particular system I'm not doing very well, whether cardiology, whether nephrology, whatever it is, then now you can hone in your attention to those parts of your preparation. So that's one critical reason. The second critical reason is that mocks help you to enhance your time management skills. Doctors, this exam is not only about knowledge. You can have the knowledge, but if you cannot solve the questions within the stipulated time, that becomes a problem. So practicing timed mocks helps the candidates to develop strategies for answering questions efficiently, and that is the key word, efficiently. Now, what's the third reason? The third reason why you should take a mock exam is also to build stamina. You need stamina and endurance in this whole process, because to sit down for a lengthy period of time to take a mock exam, despite having the knowledge, if you've not built stamina, you can easily get fatigued, then you can start making a lot of mistakes. Okay. And then the fourth point is that when you take mocks, the mocks help you to improve your test taking strategies. Your test taking strategies are improved with mock exams. Candidates can experiment with different approaches. For example, do I read the question, the last sentence of the question stem before I go into read the whole question? Do I read the answer options first? There are so many exam taking strategies for exams like the MCCQE1, the NACOSK, and the TDM. So what you want to do is to put yourself under a lot of mock simulations so that you know the exact strategy you are taking into the exam. One strategy for one candidate may not work for another person. So if you've used a particular strategy which has worked over and over and over again, then that becomes your launch pad going into the main exam, so that in the main exam you are using that particular strategy because it has worked for you over and over and over and over again in the mocks. Right? Now, another reason why you should take the mock exams, that's the fifth point, is that it boosts confidence. Mocks will boost your confidence, because as you take the mocks and as you do better, it boosts your confidence, so that you know that, okay, when I go into the exam, freedom from all anxiety, freedom from all fear, boom, I'm going to ace this exam. And last but not the least reason is it helps you to gauge your progress and your readiness. Because why go take an exam you're not ready for? But if over and over and over again you are doing well in your mocks, you know very well that you can go into the exam because you already have a benchmark. You already have a benchmark with which you are going to assess yourself. So what are my final thoughts? And what action do I want you to take? Doctors, the more mock exams you take, the more prepared and confident you'll be in your exam preparation. So what I want you to do is to schedule regular mock exams when the time for your exam is approaching. And what I'll even suggest is incorporate it right from the beginning, okay? So that it becomes part and parcel of your exam studying and exam preparation strategy. And always do your best to prioritize mock exams in your study plan, because you might have spent time studying, but when you sit down for a mock, dealing with various subjects, dealing with various concepts from all over, then helps to sharpen your mind for it. So look, I hope to see you in one of our mock exams, and just get yourself in that rhythm. So when by the time you get into the exam, nothing surprises you anymore. Thank you very much, and see you where the eagles fly. All the best.